truck, 19.5 feet long, under 14 feet tall, 8 feet wide, and it's rated for 5 tons. So that means it's the same price to go on the ferries as a regular passenger vehicle. I built this truck for working in the city. Tried paying rent for a while. That's absurd. I needed a place to stay that I felt comfortable physically, emotionally. Bit of a yoga thing to get in and out. I'm really happy with that space. It's really comfortable. Frankly, probably one of the nicest little homes that I've ever lived in. I tried growing real plants at first, but they all got froze to death when I wasn't heating the place. I kind of think of the artificial plants as like really nice paintings. Yeah, I normally live in the forest, so I decided to bring the forest to the city. That's the pea funnel there, right next to the bed. I highly recommend pea funnels. Goes to my gray water tank. Super nice, big, comfortable bed. There's a screen for that in the summer. I built the ukulele and the helmet, and actually the surfboard too. Well, really modified the surfboard. So when you're in the city, I really don't like driving this big truck around too much, only when it's raining maybe. And oh yeah, that's a fake roll-up door in the back. So I have a motorcycle that I use to zip around town. That's a great bike. Nice little 250. Terrific in traffic. calls getting up into the back of the truck that way. Especially when the truck's on a slight angle from side to side. Clip the handlebars up on the up on the doorway as you're coming in. I can send you flying a bit. Okay, so this is the right way to get the bike out when you need to. I finally figured out that you can't use the brakes because you can't take your right foot up and you can't use your right hand because it just locks up the front wheel. But so what you do is you keep it in gear, you put it in gear first, and then use the clutch as essentially your brake, using the engine to stop you. Works very well. And this is the wrong way. I took it out of gear by accident. I don't know what I was thinking. Then I tried to put it in gear, okay, so it's in gear. Oh shit, it didn't go into gear. God. I have bailed twice, taking the bike out of the truck. Yeah, that can be, yeah, that was very painful and it destroys little bits of the bike. Had the door fly open a couple times when I've been driving. Forgot to lock it. Yeah, so you can just leave the truck parked and then zip around town with the bike. It's actually alright to live with the bike inside too if you want to, but it can get a little stinky. I had to rebuild the carburetor on this bike to not get it leaking. Knobbies. Drive with knobbies. Even on my real road bikes, I drive with knobbies now. It's fantastic. So this is the screenshot from the ad where I found the truck. It had been crunched a little bit, and so I had to swap cabs. It came with the cab, and I had to swap it myself in the forest. That's the beginning of the box. I built the entire box. Actually modified the frame slightly. Oh my god, building in the snow. That was horrible. Yeah, you froze the paint. So, oh right, it took me about a month to rebuild the truck and a month and a half to build the box. This is the shop. Built the ukulele here. Got some tools. I have more tools when I'm actually living in it. Extra propane tank. Lots of materials, which I need. Crafty stuff or whatever, building, whatever you want. Yeah. Part of this whole thing is using the vertical space. And so that's the shower. And it's above one of the water tanks there. It seems like it'd be short, but it's actually plenty of height. I think it's like 7 feet in there. On-demand hot water, which is not vented properly yet. Nice face. It's a little toilet. It's a dehydrating toilet that I kind of made myself. That's just kitty litter. And there's a vent on the left-hand side there that draws the air from the box there and puts it up on through the roof vent, so it doesn't stink, and it dries it out. You can keep up with one person pretty nicely, but definitely prefer not to use it. Nice little kitchen. Oh, I got a free truck camper. Like, it was rotting and stuff, so I got it for free and got the stove and the fridge and the heater with it and all those little cupboards, and I just ripped them out and threw them in there, and it works great. Water pump. So the heater is passive. It doesn't require any electricity. I can't believe they make them that require electricity. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's the chimney. I had to modify the chimney, of course, because they normally go out the side wall. So this is like a heat exchanger, and it creates back pressure and then vents out the roof, because I just didn't want it to be poking out the wall so it doesn't look stealth. And right, that's the bottom of the column of air. That's outside air. Underneath there. Yeah, underneath there's a vent in the floor, and that isn't actually, the whole thing is insulated, and and it goes all the way to the roof and out the vent on top, and the fridge sits in it, so you don't have another panel that's exposed to the outside. Yeah, in the back there, that's all insulated and vented to the roof. Living room. Pretty comfortable, pretty nice. It's nice having the swiveling table, for sure. You know, you can spend your time in there and you just don't even know what it's like outside. Gets a little bit drafty in there when it's super cold. This super cold. Yep. That's at work in Vancouver. Yeah, the truck is just great for surfing too. You can hang your wetsuit up in the shower, have a shower afterward. Right, the first tool I got, this was a power tenon cutter to make the ends on those rails that poke into holes you drill. This is the kind of like the nest up here that we're looking at now, where you can change clothes and stuff like that. And when it's colder outside, you can just sit up there. Yeah, that's western red cedar branches I used for all the railings and stuff. Got that hatch from the free camper. I'll have to add up all the receipts. Give you a total of how much it cost. It wasn't very much. Truck cost $1,000. I've locked myself up on the roof before. if you don't remember to put the sock there. It's a 270 watt panel, and there's a 50 watt one on the front. vertically so that you can face it into the sun in winter. That's the chimney. Oh, right, and I had some wooden ramps along the edges of these things to put telephone wires over top so you can actually drive with wires flopping on top of the vehicle, and they just drop off the back if they can. Storage is super important in a little hut, in a tiny home. Yeah, there's actually lots of space up there. I'm not really using it at the moment. Not living in it. Pull-up bar. The vertical space is just so nice. It's so emotionally pleasant to have all that headroom. Boots and coats. There's lots of room for boots on the right-hand side as well. Lots of little nooks and crannies I've built for storage. Super fast too. MPPT solar charge controller for the panel. That's a beaver that I actually knew personally. I didn't end its life. Ended naturally. AGM batteries. I got them. I think it was $75 a piece. I paid used for them, and that's occasionally I've gotten close to draining them. A little inverter for charging my power tools. That's very important. This little knife switch I made, and that connects the house batteries to the truck, or vice versa, as in you can charge the truck batteries just constantly with the solar panels if you're just leaving it for a while, or you can charge the house batteries with the engine. Vent in the floor, very important, because you don't want your windows to open. Stealth. And this, frankly, is better. If you have a vent in the floor and a vent in the roof, then you open them up and the air just flows right out. This is for my human propulsion get around town. Just a kick scooter. I had to change the front wheel to a pneumatic and air-filled because I wiped out a few times with a little rubber one. But really good. Really love it. And in case all else fails, this is for hitchhiking. Idiot. Let's see. Water tanks. Yeah, two big, I think 45 gallon or whatever they are. Lasts an easy month, having a shower a day and whatever water you need. Yeah, I wanted to have lots of water. I put them in the back inside the vehicle so that they don't freeze. And on the back so that it gives extra weight, it bounces the vehicle better. Just fill it up wherever you can. Even in the winter there's frost-free plugs. This gray water tank. And I built that. Oh my god, it was so easy, cheap. Yeah, there's an RV enzyme that you can put in there to stop it from smelling. And yeah, that's just one piece of plywood, a half-inch plywood. Oh, right, this is looking through the windows. I mean, these windows are awesome. This is just roofing, tinted roofing, and you can kind of see through into the vehicle if you get it right, you know, looking straight through it like that. yeah, just super inexpensive. Well, not actually that inexpensive, frankly, but really an excellent way to go. Stealth windows, and they have to be horizontal so that you can see out the corrugations have to be horizontal so you can see out properly, because their eyes are horizontal as well. If the door is open, it's actually easier to open up the cab. Great little engine. I think it's 3.9 liters, 4-cylinder turbocharged diesel. Man, that thing's fabulous. I can't believe it. And it's 5-speed standard transmission. It gets, even with that enormous box on the back, 17 miles per gallon, which sounds terrible, but it's great for a vehicle like this, and which actually works out to 17 liters per 100 kilometers as well. And I wanted to be independent, so I made this. This is a big wrench that fits onto the little wrench that comes with the truck, so I can take the wheels off. And I have a 5-ton jack. So I've actually had to change wheels on the fly, on the side of the road. So dusk. This is what it looks like when it's dusk inside. And so what you have to do is close the blackout curtains. All the curtains. And then the lights. Those are all LED lights. LED strips. Pretty cheap, actually. That's ambient light up top. Super nice. Gosh, I did a good job on the lighting. Quick, too. Man, everything was so quick. Yeah, you can see some of the outside lights still. String, I just used those pull strings, pull switches, and then hitched up a string to it, and you can run it through little eye hooks, so that you can run it anywhere you want, frankly. Just super simple. And this is from upstairs too, so that you can turn it off and on from the bed when you need to. It's quite a comfortable home. That's what it looks like from the outside when the lights are on the inside. And if you're expecting any kind of, well, let's just say rhythmic movement on the inside, this is like the leveler, which stops the vehicle from rocking, as well as put it on the sidewalk side, so that it, when you move back and forth on the inside, it when you move back and forth on the inside, it kind of locks. Oh yeah, baby. Take that, TikTok. Oh yeah.